Let's go Broncos! I have some important things to talk about with you today, and I confess that I'm excited for the 2025 draft. According to information, Sean Payton already has some names in mind, and they seem like they will be good reinforcements, but in another video we will talk about that. Today we need to talk about Jonah Elliss. I'll tell you everything that's going on. But first, make sure you've already hit the like button if you agree that Jonah Elliss is a good edge rusher. If possible, write something like, "I hope he helps the Broncos next season." The Denver Broncos appear to have achieved what many in the football world would call a highway steal with their third-round pick in the 2023 draft, Jonah Elliss. The edge rusher not only made the Pro Football Writers Association All-Rookie team, but he also emerged as one of the most impactful players in Denver's defensive lineup, contributing significantly to his league-leading 63 sacks this season. His rise from relative obscurity to one of the year's top rookie defensive players is a story of smart scouting, relentless effort, and a little bit of luck for Broncos country. Jonah Elliss entered the NFL as the 8th edge rusher selected in the draft, coming out of Utah. While not a first-round prospect, Elliss quickly outclassed many of his higher-drafted peers. Standing at 6'2" and weighing less than 250 pounds, he didn't have the prototypical physical attributes of a dominant edge rusher. What he did have, however, was exceptional production in college, where he consistently excelled in the Pac-12. His NFL lineage also raised some eyebrows, with relatives like Payton Ellis, Atlanta Falcons, and Christian Ellis, New England Patriots, already making their mark in the league, and a father who played for the Broncos in the past. Despite not starting a single game, Ellis appeared in all 17 games this season, playing 38% of the defensive snaps. His stats, 5 sacks and 7 tackles for loss, were enough to make him stand out among his peers. Among all rookie edge rushers, Ellis finished third in sacks, trailing only Braden Fisk, Florida State, drafted by the Rams, and Chop Robinson, Penn State, drafted by the Dolphins. This accomplishment becomes even more impressive considering his draft position and the caliber of competition he faced. The Broncos' defensive front, including Ellis, Nick Benito, and Jonathan Cooper, operated with remarkable efficiency. Benito, a second-round pick, and Cooper, a 7th-round steal, alongside Ellis, provided elite pass rushing production without Denver investing heavily in the position. In fact, the team spent only $64 million on its defensive line and linebackers for the 2024 season, an incredible bargain given their NFL-leading sack total. To put that into perspective, teams like the Eagles paid significantly more for comparable production. This affordability provides Denver with an enviable level of flexibility moving forward. By maximizing value in later draft rounds and avoiding overinvestment in free agency, the Broncos now have the resources to address other areas of need. With their pass rush locked down, Denver can shift its attention to bolstering positions like running back, tight end, or safety in upcoming drafts and free agency periods. Ellis' breakout rookie season was not without its challenges. He suffered a shoulder injury in the final game against Buffalo, casting some uncertainty over his offseason preparations. Still, with rehab ahead, Ellis looks set to return stronger and continue building on a fantastic start to his career. His emergence also reflects the Broncos' broader success in building a young, dynamic defense. Alongside veterans and other rising stars like Pat Surtain and Alex Singleton, Denver's defensive unit appears poised to dominate for years to come. Looking ahead, the Broncos' smart investments in the pass rushing department could have a ripple effect across the entire roster. With significant cap space and draft capital freed up, the team can afford to go after premium talent at other key positions. And while other teams have often struggled to find value in later draft rounds, Denver's ability to uncover gems like Ellis sets them apart. Broncos fans, what do you think about Jonah Ellis' rookie season? Is he the future cornerstone of Denver's defense, or will he need to overcome the challenges of a crowded and talented linebacker group to secure his place? Let us know in the comments below. What makes Jonah Ellis' story even more remarkable is how he reflects a larger trend in Denver's approach to team building. The Broncos have found tremendous success in identifying talent outside of the first round, a skill that separates the good teams from the great ones. Ellis' selection at pick 76 was considered a sleeper choice at the time, but those in the know, including fans who analyzed his college production and NFL pedigree, recognized his potential immediately. Now, that potential has translated into real results, and he stands as a testament to the power of careful scouting and development. One area where Ellis excelled was his ability to adapt to the NFL's pace. Many rookies struggled to transition from college, but Ellis fit seamlessly into Denver's rotation, holding his own against some of the league's best defensive lines. He wasn't just a situational pass rusher, he was a reliable contributor across multiple defensive schemes. His versatility is a rare trait for a rookie and one that allowed the Broncos to deploy him in a variety of ways to exploit opposing offenses. What's also fascinating is how Ellis and the Broncos pass rush unit outperformed teams that invested heavily in high-profile players. For instance, Denver managed to generate 63 sacks this season, a feat accomplished with a fraction of the financial commitment seen in places like Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. While those teams rely on first-round picks and high-value contracts to fuel their pass rush, Denver has leveraged the later rounds and mid-tier contracts to achieve similar, if not better, results. This cost efficiency is critical in today's NFL, where managing the salary cap effectively often determines whether a team can remain competitive over the long term. Jonah Ellis' rise also speaks to the culture being cultivated in Denver. The Broncos have consistently demonstrated an ability to develop their young talent, turning raw potential into polished performance. Head coach Sean Payton and general manager George Payton deserve significant credit for creating an environment where players like Ellis can thrive. By focusing on fundamentals, emphasizing discipline, and fostering a team-first mentality, they've built a foundation that not only elevates individual players but also enhances the entire team's performance. Another exciting aspect of Ellis' impact is the ripple effect it has on the rest of the defense. His ability to pressure quarterbacks forces offenses to adjust, often leading to mistakes or rushed decisions. This, in turn, creates opportunities for the secondary to make plays. Players like Pat Surtain, already one of the NFL's premier cornerbacks, benefit from Ellis' presence as offenses are less able to focus solely on avoiding him. Similarly, the run defense, which exceeded expectations this year, gains a boost from the disruptive presence of Ellis and his fellow edge rushers. The timing of Ellis' emergence couldn't be better. With the 2025 NFL draft looming, the Broncos are in a prime position to add to their roster without feeling the pressure to draft for need at critical positions. Instead, they can look to enhance depth, add complementary pieces, or even take a swing on high upside prospects at positions like running back, tight end, or safety. The ability to focus on these so-called dessert positions is a luxury that few teams enjoy, and it's one that could give Denver a significant competitive advantage in the coming years. Still, challenges remain for Ellis and the Broncos. His shoulder injury, while not overly concerning at this stage, will require careful management to ensure he's ready for the start of the next season. Additionally, as teams begin to take notice of his abilities, Ellis will face the added pressure of becoming a more prominent target for offensive game plans. How he responds to these challenges will be critical in determining whether his rookie success is the beginning of a long and illustrious career or simply a flash in the pan. For Broncos fans, the excitement around Ellis is well-deserved. He represents everything the team has been striving for: young, affordable, high-impact players who can form the backbone of a championship-caliber roster. And while it's always tempting to look ahead to what the future might hold, it's worth taking a moment to appreciate just how far this team has come in building a formidable defense that can compete with anyone in the league. The Denver Broncos struck gold with rookie Jonah Ellis, a third-round pick who made the Pro Football Writers Association All-Rookie team. Despite being the eighth edge rusher drafted, Ellis finished third among rookies in sacks, contributing to Denver's league-leading 63 sacks in 2024. His breakout season highlights the Broncos' ability to maximize value in the draft, alongside players like Nick Benito and Jonathan Cooper. With Ellis' emergence and a young, dynamic defense, Denver has financial flexibility to address other needs, positioning them as serious contenders. Broncos country, what's your take on Ellis' impact? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.